Renaissance Europe looked glamorous, but it was secretly powered by a hidden slave economy no one talks about. Renaissance Europe is remembered as an age of brilliance, golden art, flourishing cities, and wealthy merchants who built grand palaces while the world admired their progress. But beneath this glowing surface lived a far darker reality, one that fueled the era's prosperity yet remained carefully concealed in ledgers, ships, and back alley workshops. The day begins in a busy port city, where sunlight barely breaks through the morning haze. Ships unload crates filled with spices, fabrics, and metals. Merchants shop from every direction, negotiating loudly, their pockets stowed heavy with coin. Yet, among the chaos, the true engine of the port moves silently, exhausted laborers straining under impossible weights, their backs bent, wrists bruised from coarse ropes. They work not for pay, but because they must. Inside a dim tavern nearby, an old merchant settles at a table, flipping through a thick ledger. The pages list profits, shipments, and goods, yet some entries are written in careful code: unpaid cargo, human stock, indentured bodies. To outsiders, these lines might seem like errors or obscure financial terms, but to the merchant, they mean something far clearer and much more profitable. In the bustling market streets, wealthy nobles flaunt embroidered clothing while they haggle over fine fabrics. But turn a corner slightly, and the scene changes. Skippers in chains pull loaded carts through narrow alleys, their eyes averted, their movements watched closely by guards. Behind the noise of the marketplace lies a system built on exploitation, carefully hidden in plain sight. Deeper inside the city, workshops hum with relentless activity. Children and adults sit in smoky rooms, weaving thread into fingers cracked and bleeding. They work long hours under lantern light, earning barely enough to survive, some earning nothing at all. Their labor fuels the luxurious gowns and tapestries that decorated the grand halls of Europe's elite. Across the sea, cramped shipholds carry human cargo through Mediterranean trade routes. Shackled individuals sit in oppressive darkness, listening to waves crash against wooden planks. Many will be sold into households, others into fields or dangerous construction work. Their suffering rarely reaches the artworks or history books of the Renaissance, but their forced labor shapes every city touched by trade. They work long hours under lantern light, earning barely enough to survive, some earning nothing at all. Their labor fuels the luxurious gowns and tapestries that decorated the grand halls of Europe's elite. Across the sea, cramped shipholds carry human cargo through Mediterranean trade routes. Shackled individuals sit in oppressive darkness, listening to waves crash against wooden planks. Many will be sold into households, others into fields or dangerous construction work. Their suffering rarely reaches the artworks or history books of the Renaissance, but their forced labor shapes every city touched by trade. In contrast, the grand mansions of the merchant class overflow with gold, marble, and imported luxury. Silent servants move through the halls, cleaning, carrying trays, opening doors, always watching, never speak. Behind each wealthy family stands an invisible workforce, forgotten by history yet essential to its glory. Across Europe, enormous estates flourish. Pillars rise above fields where laborers work under the scorching sun, harvesting crops that fill markets and enrich merchants. The wealth of each estate feeds entire cities, yet the hands that grow the crops remain in. Even the church, a symbol of moral authority, cannot escape its role. Inside majestic cathedrals, priests preach about virtue and charity, while patrons in fine clothing donate generously, funding artworks and grand architecture. But outside, poor workers kneel at the steps, begging for scraps from the same nobles who benefit from their labor. Documents tell the truth that murals and frescoes do not. Papal decrees, tax records, and contracts reveal a society built upon complex systems of forced labor, some legal, some hidden behind carefully chosen words. Every scroll and signature ties